Hey, what's happening, gamers? Welcome back to Ace Attorney, Phoenix Wright, the collection for the Nintendo Switch.
Oh, yeah!
And I hope to God I don't have to do 7 characters in one episode again. So anyway, like, comment, subscribe, tell us your favorite Phoenix Wright character, because this is the finale of the Miles Edgeworth case.
Well, Larry and the parrot are not here anymore, so that's good.
And the caretaker's gone, too. Alright, it's time for us to go back into the court. Now then, I would like to resume our trial. Judge, Miles Edgeworth has admitted his own guilt. He has confessed his crime. Let us begin by hearing his testimony and thanking Capcom for providing this game and sponsoring this series.
Thank you, Capcom.
Then, though pointless, let the defense do their cross-examining. The statute of limitations on the DL6 incident runs out this very day.
Then we should do the trial tomorrow.
Though it is not unconventional for me, I'd like to run this one by the book. I see. Does the defense have any objections? No, Your Honor. On Karma, you knew this was going to happen from the very beginning, didn't you, you sly fox?
He did this on purpose to get Edgeworth to say something.
Very well, indeed. Will Miles Edgeworth take the stand?
Wow, it's like he coerced that guy into murder.
Will the witness state his name and profession, please? Miles Edgeworth, I'm a prosecuting attorney. Mr. Edgeworth, 15 years ago, you mistakenly killed your father, Gregory Edgeworth. Is this correct? It is as you say. Then testify about this matter to the court. When Edgeworth was telling me about his dream yesterday, I noticed something.
Huh?
One detail didn't quite fit.
What was that?
That will be the key, but only if I can get it to work.
Please, please.
Oh boy, here we go. That day, I had gone to the courtroom to observe one of my father's trials. As he went to leave, an earthquake struck, trapping us in the elevator.
Oh no!
My father and Mr. Yogi lost their composure and began to argue. Just then, something heavy fell at my feet. I picked it up and threw it at Mr. Yogi. I wanted them to stop fighting. A moment later, there was a single gunshot, then a scream. It was a terrible scream. I remember it to this very day. Sorry, I shouldn't laugh. It's just... that's all.
Ah! There. Did you need that? Oh.
No,
Sorry.
I
thought...
And until now, you thought this memory was a dream. And yes, I know the judge has become more Sean Connery as the series has gone on. I don't remember what he sounded like in the beginning.
I have, like, gone so many versions of Maya, it's ridiculous.
We were stuck in the elevator for 5 hours, Yana. The oxygen in the elevator ran out, and I lost my memory of the events. Ah! The same claim Mr. Yogi has made. Very well. Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine your witness.
But it's actually a true claim. There was no oxygen.
Yes, Your Honor.
Just saying.
The DL6 incident. Well, they could have probably opened the top of the elevator.
Oh, yeah!
Oh, I'm so bad at this. Okay.
Okay, I had gone...
No. That day, I had gone to the courtroom to observe one of my father's trials.
I'm sorry.
As we went to leave, an earthquake struck, trapping us in the elevator. My father and Mr. Yogi lost their composure and began to fight. Just then, something very heavy fell at my feet. Very poetic. I picked it up and threw it at Mr. Yogi. I wanted them to stop fighting.
He is poetic.
A moment later, there was a single gunshot, then a scream.
A moment later?
It was a terrible scream I remember to this very day.
How does he know he shot it if it was a moment later?
There it is. One part of that testimony clearly contradicts the evidence.
Huh?
But I don't know what it means. Better find out and quick.
I have no idea which one it is.
Not that one.
As we went to leave, the earthquake struck.
No.
My father and Mr. Yogi lost their composure.
No.
That's correct.
Then
Why would something
heavy.
randomly heavily fall at his feet?
I picked it up and threw it. I love how he just like tosses the gun. And let us go with
This? A moment later?
Try this. The gun fired once, right? Yes. I think after I threw it, I lost consciousness. Since then, They've echoed in my head every day. That gunshot and that horrible scream. The scream.
Scream?
It was a terrible scream. I remember it to this day. No, there's something about...
How could you scream after you got shot? If you died, how could you scream after you were dead?
How can you stream? Well, zombies stream all the time, Amber.
I'm saying, how could you
Zombie streams are very popular on Twitch.
If you got shot and you were like, ugh, and then you were gone, like, how could you then scream after that? It doesn't.
No, you would get scream as you. You know what? This is dark. Let's just present this.
It's never happened to me. Thank goodness.
Are you sure you only heard one gunshot? Yes, this is a serious case, Amber.
I'm sorry.
Oh my gosh. I heard the shot and the scream. Then everything faded. I was unconscious until the rescuers came. I see. No, Your Honor. Unfortunately, you don't.
What?
Look at this file one more time. This plainly contradicts the witness's testimony.
What?
You do enjoy dragging out that file, don't you? I don't accept this evidence unless you can tell us what page it's on. Which page contradicts Mr. Miles Edgeworth's testimony? Victim data. Look at the victim data in this file.
Huh?
It says it quite plainly, the murder weapon was fired twice.
Fired twice?
Miles Edgeworth only heard one gunshot. Yet, the murder weapon was fired twice.
Oh my god.
The first shot was the accidental firing when the pistol was thrown. So who fired the remaining shot?
Yeah, that's right. Oh my gosh.
Was there perhaps another shooter who fired that second shot? Your Honor, as I'm sure you're aware, this incident occurred 15 years ago. The evidence is dated. The pistol did fire twice. However, we do not know when the second shot was fired. It might have been fired the day before the incident. There is no proof that the second shot had anything to do with this incident.
What?
What? I see. You do have a point, Mr. Wright. The murder weapon was fired twice, as we have heard. One of those shots was fired by the defendant, a boy at that time. Do you have any proof that the other shot fired had something to do with the case?
Yes. We do. We found that bullet.
Your Honor, I think I'll be able to show you proof. What? Impossible. No, Mr. Von Kammer. Save your surprise for after you've seen the evidence. Very well, Mr. Wright. Show us your proof.
Oh, we've got it.
Do you have any evidence that the second firing of the pistol is related to this incident?
Yes, we do, Sean Connery. I mean, Santa. Well, we have 2 bullets.
DL6 photo? Try this one.
Huh?
Look at this photograph. I guess I was right. Ooh. This is the photograph of the scene of the crime, 15 years ago. I can see that the victim lying there is Gregory Edgeworth. This proves the murder weapon was fired twice at the time of the incident. This photo proves it. So let me get this straight. This photo proves 2 shots were fired. And where? Your Honor, please get a clue.
Well, 1 shot obviously went into that.
Show the judge the contradiction in the photo.
The bullet hole over there.
Yep, let's do this. Plain as day. As should be obvious, the contradiction is right here. I see a bullet hole in the door. Your Honor, Gregory Edgeworth was killed by a shot from the pistol, yet there is also a bullet hole in the elevator door. We also know that the murder weapon was fired twice. Thus, someone other than Edgeworth fired that second shot.
Oh my gosh!
Order!
That means Edgeworth probably didn't kill his dad.
Mr. Wright, what are you driving at? It's simple, Your Honor. At the time of the incident, 2 shots were fired. One went into Gregory's heart, the other hit the elevator door. Remember that the defendant lost consciousness after the shot he fired rang out. In conclusion, We must agree that the second shot was fired by someone else. Mr. Wright? But who could that someone else be?
Someone with a motive.
The murderer, of course. I knew I should have stepped in before your wild fantasies got out of hand.
It's called evidence, dude.
Mr. Wright, look once more at the DL6 case file. Look closely. Try the case summary page. Case summary, that's on page 1. Look what is written there. Not a single clue was found on the scene. Ugh. If the pistol had indeed been fired twice, then the other bullet would have been discovered on the scene. Does have a point there, Mr. Wright. That second bullet has never been found.
Someone could have taken it.
Why? Because the second bullet does not exist. The bullet that claimed Gregory's life was the one fired by his son.
It's okay, it's hard to do, well, you're still doing 3 voices right now.
That is the truth of this matter.
Would you like to bring the parrot back?
No. It was undoubtedly something else that made the bullet hole in the door. I thought I was being the judge again, and it just kind of I got my different dialects.
I know.
Forget it. I'm just going to cry in a corner after this.
It's so hard for me, though, because I have to do Maya, and that's it. Wait, it's not really hard.
I hate you. Order! I will have order! Let's see, Mr. Wright has proven one thing to us very clearly. That the murder weapon was fired twice at the time of the incident. However, as Mr. Von Karma says, the second bullet fired was never recovered. It is highly unlikely that the police merely overlooked the second bullet. So, all we have is the single bullet fired. I'm afraid I have to discount the defense's claim.
Man, he's evil.
I praise the judge for his wisdom in this matter. Gah! How did this happen?
No.
I don't believe that the second bullet didn't exist. Was I wrong?
Wait.
Have I been wrong about this whole incident?
What are you doing, Nick?
I'm falling apart, Maya.
Why aren't you raising an objection?
I don't know. Why are you raising an objection?
I'm not the...
I'm sorry, Maya.
What?
It looks like I was wrong.
Nick!
If the second bullet wasn't there, then my conjectures are all for nothing.
No! But you said you'd do it, Nick! You said you'd get Edgeworth declared innocent!
Does sitting your knee really help?
Yes.
Okay. I'm sorry. It's just, when I saw the photograph, I thought that 2 shots had been fired. I was so certain of it, I thought I'd won. I thought there was another person, someone else who fired the killing blow. But now, I was wrong to think it could be that simple. This case has stood unsolved for 15 years, Maya.
Nick!
All right, that's enough discussion between the two defense attorneys. Well, it seems that we have finally cleared up this incident. Only 1 bullet was found at the scene of the crime. That shot was fired by Miles Edgeworth.
You don't know that, Judge! You don't know anything!
Precisely.
Whatever.
I would like to ask one thing of Miles Edgeworth before passing my verdict. Have you been paying attention to the trial so far? Yes, Your Honor. Do you have any objections? No, I do not.
What?
So you killed your father, though that was not your intention. Yes, I did.
Oh no! He's accepted the guilt!
Very well. The statute of limitations on the murder of Gregory Edgeworth runs out this very day. Therefore, I must pronounce a verdict of the defendant today, right here. Right now. Indeed, don't do my job for me.
Yeah, Von Karma, sit down!
Creepy vampire. Does anyone have any objections? I've been here before. It's just like my first day in court. There's so many things I know I should be saying.
I object to Von Karma's face.
But my mind's gone blank. I can't find the words.
It's called objection!
Mr. Wright!
Objection!
Objection!
Yes!
Your Honor,
Thank you, Nick.
I object. Mr. Wright, on what grounds do you object?
I'm not sure, actually. Nick!
I don't know. This case is perfect.
Oh, no!
Yeah.
It must exist.
Oh,
Oh.
it's Mia.
Oh, the second... Wait, I forgot me as well. The second bullet.
Ah!
It must exist.
What? What did you just say?
Nothing.
The second bullet must exist?
That's right.
But where?
Someone took it.
Are you okay, Mr. Wright?
Wait, that was like a flash of me I just saw. Whoa!
Seems waiting is not going to produce us any answers for Mr. Wright. Wait, Your Honor. I stood corrected. The second bullet, it existed! What? But where's the proof? It did not exist. I realize that, Your Honor. I'm really grasping here. It's just someone took it from the scene of the crime. That's what happened. What? Who? The judge is like, that's a possibility now. Okay.
The murderer.
The murderer.
Yeah.
The murderer? Then tell us just who is the murderer. I'm still thinking about that one.
He hasn't told us yet.
So the criminal took the second bullet, but why? Huh? First of all, how would they have found it? It's not easy to find a stray bullet, Mr. Wright. Was there some pressing need for the murderer to search for that bullet?
He had to find it so he would have no evidence that he killed anyone.
The murderer didn't need it.
Wait.
Let's do that one. Why would the murderer have spent the time to look for that stray bullet? I haven't got a clue. What's wrong, Mr. Wright? Bah! The murderer had no reason to take the bullet. You don't want to admit it, but it's true.
He had to take it.
Had to take it. The murderer. What does that even mean?
You're thinking too normal. Think crazy. And don't think why the bullet was taken. Think why the bullet had to be taken.
Mr. Wright, are you having a stroke? Yes, no, Your Honor. I have no idea what I'm doing. Well, the murderer had no intention of taking the bullet from the scene. But, the murderer had to take that bullet. Had to, Mr. Wright? What do you mean, exactly? Well, for instance... for instance, what? Maybe the bullet hit the murderer? The bullet hit the murderer?
Oh my god!
Just saying, for instance.
Oh my gosh, it might have hit into him.
If it hit you, you would have to take it with you, wouldn't you? It's not like you could perform surgery right there. You know? Wait a second. I was just talking off the top of my head, but what if that's really what happened? Let me get this straight. So, at the time of the murderer themselves was shot? And why they left with the second bullet is because it was still inside of them? Thus, leaving only one bullet at the scene of the crime. Yep, that's how it would work. Yep. But there's a problem with that. The other two people rescued from that elevator, Miles Edgeworth and Yanni Yogi, were both unharmed. So, what could that mean? The murderer came from outside?
That's right. I mean, it sounds good to me.
The two men fight inside the elevator. Trying to stop them, the boy takes the pistol at his feet and throws it. The pistol accidentally discharges a bullet. The bullet goes through the elevator door and hits the murderer outside. The boy loses his consciousness. Then the murderer opens the elevator door and sees the men inside.
Perfect opportunity.
Perfect crime.
Mr. Wright, you are truly the most unpredictable defense attorney I have ever known. I can tell you're grasping, yet I cannot deny the possibility of what you say. What are you saying? Deny it! Deny it right now! No one involved with the incident was wounded. There was no murderer.
No one was wounded at the time of the incident. He's right. Can't think of anyone.
Hey, Nick!
Huh?
I just thought of something really crazy.
Crazy?
Remember when Mr. Grossberg said yesterday?
Oh no.
Gregory Edgeworth dealt a blow to his perfect trial record.
Wow!
Yes, quite right. It must have been quite a shock for Von Karma. He took a vacation for several months after that, you see. Yes, an unusual event for the man. That was the first and the last vacation he's taken in his many years of prosecuting.
Vacation, like if he was wounded.
What if Von Karma didn't take that vacation because of shock?
But took it because he was injured!
Which would mean...
It could only mean one thing.
he was the murderer on the Deal 6 incident!
He was the man who shot Gregory.
It was Von Karma!
Oh, man!
Oh my gosh!
Excuse me, defense. Is there something wrong, Mr. Wright? You seem a bit dazed.
Alright, punch him in the shoulder and see if it hurts.
No, Your Honor,
Well, you have indicated the possibility that the murderer came from outside the elevator. Can you give us the name of your suspect?
Oh yeah.
Uh-oh. Should I come out and just say it now? Say it now!
Yes! Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh!
Your Honor, there is a suspect. One lone suspect.
Oh my gosh, I'm gonna freaked out here.
Well, this is certainly interesting news. Very well, Mr. Wright. Who is your suspect?
My hands are shaking.
For what?
Von Karma! Von Karma?
Why is he smiling like a creepy person?
You mean the Van Karma? The prosecutor? The one standing right over there? Bah!
Yep.
You don't object?
I see no need. Why honor this ridiculous outburst with my objection? Because you took a vacation for several months starting the day after the incident. Yet you pride yourself on a perfect record. Why would you take such a long vacation without any reason? So you're claiming that I took a vacation to heal my injury from the incident? Fascinating. Prove it. I would have needed surgery, no? Where did I go under the knife at, Mr. Wright?
I don't know. Out of the country.
Bring the doctor that operated on me. Have him testify.
Oh, you haven't given us his name yet.
Nick! Let's find out who his doctor is!
It's no use. Edgeworth? I know Von Karma, perhaps too well. He's perfect. He wouldn't leave clues. He's probably didn't undergo any surgery. That would leave a doctor as a witness. Nobody's that perfect.
So then he'd still have the bullet in him.
So what, Nick? Did Von Karma pull the bullet out by himself?
Like Rambo?
That's insane!
No, he couldn't have.
He's not that
You
awesome.
can't just pull bullets out of yourself.
Well, if you're in an 80s action movie, you can.
Yeah, that's true. Truth. Wait, what does that mean? That bullet has to be somewhere, but where? Well, Mr. Wright, can you produce evidence to prove that I was shot?
Yes, go over and punch him in the shoulder.
My gosh, Amber!
Maya will do it.
Yes. All right, Von Karma, I'll prove it. And I'll even use evidence I know you like so much. What? The evidence that proves that Von Karma was shot.
Is...
Stolen bullet? Hopefully this is right. What exactly is that? Sorry. Judge, if you would.
Right, penalty.
Oh my gosh, we got a penalty.
I'm really not sure how I managed to make it this far.
Mr. Knight, please reconsider your evidence.
Yes, Your Honor. The evidence that proves that Von Karma was shot is a metal detector.
Oh my god!
Von Karma is perfect. He wouldn't risk surgery leaving an evidence trail. So then I ask, where's that bullet now? I think it unlikely that Von Karma performed surgery on himself, not being Rambo and all.
Oh, yes, Rambo's an excellent movie, by the way. I prefer the Highlander, though. You don't mean?
I do, Your Honor. There is a possibility that the bullet is still inside Von Karma. That would be really bad for your health.
Yeah, it would.
Is this even possible? But all these years?
Well, there's one way to find out.
Yep.
We could use this metal detector. Well, Von Karma,
Oh my god.
I'm gonna run this over you and see what we find.
Oh yeah.
I refuse. You refuse? But refusing this means you acknowledge that the bullet is still inside of you.
Oh my gosh.
Order! Order!
Your Honor, the defense requests that we be allowed to use the metal detector.
Judge, I call for suspension of this trial. This is an invasion of privacy.
The statute of limitations runs out on this case today. It was you who said we had to end it right here and now.
Yep, be careful.
Enough! I permit the use of the metal detector.
Oh!
Mr. Von Karma, you will submit yourself to testing.
Nick, what does this mean?
I don't know, but we have to give it a shot, right? Poor choice of words.
That's right. Or I could punch him in the arm instead.
Oh! It reacted! Something's definitely inside his right shoulder.
Oh!
The bullet! Mr. Von Karma. You. It was you! I was afraid this would happen. And so I remained silent. What? Indeed, there is a bullet in my shoulder. However, it has nothing to do with this incident. What?
What?
I was shot in the shoulder long before the DL6 incident.
Yeah, right.
I claim that the bullet in my shoulder has no relation to the DL6 incident.
That is so stupid. Why would...
But Mr. Von Karma, can you prove that?
Prove it? I have no obligation to prove anything. It is Mr. Wright who must prove something here, not I.
Mr. Wright! Well, can you prove it? Can you prove that the bullet in Von Karma's shoulder was from the DL6 incident?
We can't even see the bullet.
Of course he can't. You don't have any of the DLC6 evidence. That's because you took it out of our records room yesterday.
Yeah!
With no proof, you cannot convict me of any crime. So sorry, Mr. Wright. Aw. No, I'm the one who's sorry, Mr. Von Karma.
Nani?
You were close, one day away from freedom. But you see, I have proof.
What?
Who would have thought you would dig your own grave trying to convict Edgeworth, your adopted son? I can link the bullet in your shoulder to the DL6 incident. And here's my final proof.
Oh my gosh. This is it now, Luke. I don't know what our...
The DL6 bullet.
Okay, let's go with it.
That's a bullet. Where did you get that?
This bullet used in the DL6 incident? Funny story. This was taken from the heart of the victim, Mr. Gregory Edgeworth. The bullet is preserved quite nicely with all the ballistic markings intact. Ballistic markings? You know, it's like a fingerprint for a gun. You may recall the term, it came up in the first trial 2 days ago.
Ballistic markings are the fingerprints of a weapon.
Very good, Judge.
All the bullets fired from a gun are marked with that weapon's unique pattern. By examining the markings, you can tell which weapon fired the bullet. It's quite accurate.
Okay. We have 2 bullets in our possession. The one which was removed from Gregory's heart. The other, Mr. Von Karma, is a bullet buried in your shoulder. We could analyze both bullets. Then, if the markings matched, we would know that both bullets had been fired from the same gun.
Whoa!
The very same pistol, in other words, the murder weapon that killed Gregory Edgeworth. Mr. Von Karma, you will let us remove the bullet from your shoulder, won't you? Ouch.
Right now?
Then we'll compare the ballistic markings to those of this bullet
I'll do it.
and solve this case once and for all. Well, Mr. Von Karma? That scream. I've heard that horrible scream before. Wait, I know. Oh no, don't make me do it again. Help! I can't breathe! Quiet! I said quiet! Stop breathing my air! I'll stop you! Stop breathing my air!
No! Get away!
Get away from my father! Bang.
Oh, that was... Oh my gosh.
It's that scream I heard in the elevator 15 years ago. Von Karma! It was you who screamed!
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
Mr. Von Karma! Only you dare defy me!
So it was you.
Oh my gosh.
You and your father are my curse! My curse! Your father shamed me with a penalty on my record! And you left a scar on my shoulder that would never fade! I'll bury you! I'll bury you with my bare hands! Death! Death!
You murdered his father, you jerk. 15 years earlier.
Thank you. Chief Prosecutor, I am sorry. Von Karma, it's not like you to make this kind of error. I never would have thought that Edgeworth would be the one to catch you. I was careless. I'm sorry, but you'll have to be penalized.
I've covered for you in the past, but not this time. Edgeworth?
Da-da-da-da-da. It was a shock like none I'd ever known. Me, penalized! It took hours for me to regain my composure.
Oh,
Suddenly, I found myself in the
It's a
darkness.
piece of work.
I was in the court records room. I must have wandered in there without thinking where I was going. The room was pitch black. The lights must have gone out. I went out into the hall and felt my way to the elevator. I pressed the button, but nothing happened. Then, there was a noise. I was in pain. Horrible burning pain in my shoulder. Just then, the lights came back on. The elevator door opened before my eyes. Ooh. I saw the 3 people inside all lying unconscious from the oxygen depletion. Much to my surprise, a pistol lay at my feet. I knew then it was destiny. Wow. In his last moments, Gregory was still unconscious. He died never knowing who shot him. Later he spoke through a medium, blaming Mr. Yogi. He was fooled. It was the perfect crime.
Oh, so he thought it was Mr. Yogi.
Yep. Who would have thought another man would have come to open that elevator door? Judge!
What? What are you doing?
What are you doing? Do your job. Bring an end to this miserable charade. Now! End it!
Very well.
Wow, even when being convicted, this guy's unsure.
It appears that we have come to a very long way to the end of this maze. 15 years later. Mr. Miles Edgeworth.
Yes, Your Honor.
You were innocent. You are innocent. As you said, it was all a nightmare.
Yes, Your Honor.
This court finds the defendant, Mr. Miles Edgeworth, not guilty.
Oh, the nightmare is being adopted by the guy who murdered your father.
I know, right?
That's the sickest thing I've ever heard in my life.
That is all. This court is adjourned.
Wow, that was so intense. I feel like I need to recover for a week from that. Take a long vacation.
Yeah.
December 28th, 5:38.
Nick! We did it! Did you see his face? Von Karma looked even paler than usual, and he usually looks like a vampire. He's pretending to be all cool, but inside you crushed him, Nick! You crushed him! I gotta say, I'm impressed.
It was pretty close, though. I was sure we'd had it.
I know! I was on the verge of tears the whole time myself! But now it's all just a good memory!
Edgeworth feels sad, though.
So it's finally over. Whatever. Right. Yeah. I'm not sure how to say this.
I know, try! Thank you!
I see. Thank you, Wright. You're welcome, buddy.
I think you could have done better than that, but okay.
Sorry, I'm not good at this sort of thing.
You got a lot to learn, Edgeworth.
She's got you there.
Whoa! Amazing, pal. You pulled through just like I thought you would. I never forget this. I owe you one, pal. And tonight, let's party. Dinner's on me.
Yeah, my salary went down a bit this month.
But who cares?
See, Mr. Edgeworth? You should take a lesson from Detective Gumshoe.
Oh, I am so done.
That's how you say thank you.
I see.
Whoop!
I feel foolish.
Don't worry. Take it a little bit at a time. You'll get used to it.
And that is how Kwing lost his voice. It's been 15 years since I've seen Edgeworth this unguarded. Oh no.
Hey, y'all!
Karma.
Lana! Y'all were great in there!
Thank you!
Yo, Edgeworth, congrats!
Thank you all very much.
I knew you were innocent from the start, of course. Just look at you. You wouldn't stick your hand in the cookie jar even if no one was there.
You were the witness on the first day of the trial, weren't you?
Well, yeah, but, well, let's let bygones be bygones, eh?
Speaking of which, what are you doing here now, Lotta?
Who, me? Oh, well, I went back to college. I gave up trying to be an investigative photographer pretty quick.
Really? That's too bad.
Huh?
Huh?
Well, isn't that the hot dog guy from the park?
No!
Oh my god.
Larry.
It's over, Nick! My life is over! What? Why the sad face, Larry? What happened now? Nick, I'm not long for this world, man. You don't look sick. It's Fiancé. She's gonna live in Paris. Paris, Nick. She's leaving me behind! Should have seen that coming.
Wow.
Yo, Edgy! There you are, bro! Yes, here I am. Congrats, Edgy! Here's a little gift from me in celebration. Celebration? That's unusual for you.
Harry Butts, you came along tonight too. My treat, pal.
Oh yeah, thanks. Looking forward to it. Yo, Nick. That's the suit that questioned me. When he says treat, that's not police talk for prison, right? Right? I think you'll be fine, Larry. Right. Yeah, what's up? That envelope that Larry gave me, it's got money in it. Well, yeah, that's not that strange. People give money away to celebrate sometimes. It's $38, right? Huh? What a weird amount. I mean, it's not a little, but it's not a lot either. 38 exactly?
Nick! Wasn't that exactly the amount of lunch money that was stolen from Mr. Edgeworth in school?
38? No. No, Larry, it was you!
Oh my gosh!
What are you so surprised about, right? Huh? Larry was absent that day from school, right? But that doesn't automatically rule him out as a suspect. What? Think back to that day 15 years ago. Larry took the day off, but he was bored, so he came into school anyway. Then he saw the money lying there, and the rest is history. I was never good at history.
Wow, Larry.
Edgeworth, you didn't know, did you? I suspected. I just couldn't picture Larry protecting you like he did that day. Everyone else was saying you did it. The whole class was against you, remember? Yeah, too well. Right, you may not know this, but we used to have a saying back in the day. When something smells, it's usually the butts. I know! Really, right? I'm surprised you didn't figure it out. Well, this sure is an unexpected turn of events, eh? Edgeworth. You should have told me!
No, Nick, it was 15 years ago. Don't you think the statute of limitations has run out for Mr. Edgeworth?
I'd say so, yes.
I mean, for Larry?
There you have it. Where does that leave me? I became a defense attorney because of what you two did?
I know.
Well, you have always been something of an insufferable emotionalist. Yeah, and you get worked up too easily, too. Death! The death sentence for both of you!
Oh my god.
If I'd only known, I would have become a prosecutor! The same goes for me, only the other way around. The longest time I thought that I might have killed my own father. I thought I might be a criminal. I became a prosecutor in part to punish myself.
Wow.
If I had known the truth, I might have become a defense attorney after all. Edgeworth, I want to switch right?
Hey, y'all! Line up and I'll take your photo! Hey, it's photo time! Let's go!
And after that, dinner's on me.
Yeah, I want to get to dinner. What are we having? I'm craving, like, chicken parmesan.
Detective Gumshoe took us out a night on the town. We celebrated Edgeworth's newfound freedom. Even though Edgeworth himself was still in detention. What? Why was he still in detention?
What?
December 29th, 5 in the morning.
5 in the morning?
Whoa! I went a little overboard yesterday. My head hurts. Huh? Still only 5? Maybe I should go back to sleep. What's this? A letter?
Good morning, Nick. You were really impressive yesterday. Seeing you, it made me think about what I'm doing here. I'm a spirit medium, in training, of course. I wanted to help Mr. Edgeworth, too. I wanted to help you, but I couldn't. I was useless. So, I've decided to go back to my training. I'll become a full-fledged spirit medium, for starters. And I couldn't say it to your face, so I left this letter. Goodbye, Nick.
Goodbye? What time is it? Ah, the first trains for the mountains have already left! To the station!
Maya!
Oh, the feels. I guess I'm too late.
Hey! Nick!
Maya!
Mm,
What? So, you're really leaving, huh?
yeah. It's hard being a spirit medium who can't even talk to spirits. And I think you'll do fine without me, Nick. Be good and stuff, okay?
Wait!
What?
I never could have saved Edgeworth without your help.
Huh?
On the last day of the trial, I heard her. I heard Mia's voice.
You heard my sister?
Yeah, only her voice, but still. It was at the very end when I thought we'd lost everything.
Well, that's my sister for ya. Detective Gumshoe helped, and Mr. Grossberg, and even Larry. I'm the only one who couldn't help. I was useless, Nick.
But you were the one who stopped Von Karma, Maya.
Huh? I didn't do anything! All I did was wander around in this daze.
Sorry, but I have evidence that you helped.
Evidence?
Show Maya some evidence to cheer her up. The bullet.
Yeah. A bullet?
Von Karma was convinced he had taken all the evidence pertaining to DL6. But you were the one who rescued the last piece of evidence we needed.
That's right, Maya.
This was the bullet that put an end to Von Karma. And you were the one who gave it to me.
Nick!
Thank you, Maya. I couldn't have done it without you.
Well, I'll be back soon.
Huh?
I'm going to complete my training, and then I'll come back.
Oh, okay, I'll be waiting.
Of course you will. You can't run that office by yourself. You're hopeless.
I don't know about that. Oh, you're gonna miss your train.
Oh, so this is it.
See you soon, Maya.
Yeah. See ya, Nick.
Oh.
Thanks, Nick.
And this was the original ending of the DS game, but since this is the Switch collection, there's one more story.
Oh.
And so my story ends. Time to turn a new page and say goodbye to the novice defense attorney that I once was. Now a new story begins, with the same old crazy cast of characters. Ha! I don't think you've graduated yet, amateur.
Mr. Wright, perhaps you'd like to rethink that claim?
Yes, Your Honor. Oh, I got a bad feeling about this. Yeah, this is how the DS game originally ended.
Oh.
Wait a second!
Yes, it is. It did end. What?
Hey, pal. Mr. Edgeworth came down to the precinct to wish me a Happy New Year. Talk about a pleasant surprise. Woo! Detective Gumshoe. Then he hung his head low, and he went right back to doing stuff. Kind of like he was embarrassed or something. Strange, huh?
Yep.
Yep.
Pretty strange. Okay, I'm really confused. This is the DS ending now.
Okay, I guess it is. I don't know.
Oh no. Uh-huh? Nick? Nah, I haven't seen him lately. Who, me? I've been working at a cheese shop. That's Missy's nice lady, but she's not exactly what you call... Oh, she's in Hawaii right now, yeah.
Yeah. Not a cheap date.
Happy music. Now remember, guys, we're doing the whole game.
Who, right? Oh, yes, I remember him. I hear he's been busy lately, you know, not ring my own bell, but I sort of taught him everything he knows. I'm sure he's grateful.
When did he teach us anything?
I don't know, that guy's a real pain.
Yep.
Oh. Phoenix Wright. Ah, the defense attorney for whom I wrote that affidavit for, yes. But, you should know I've taken over management of the hotel. Should you be in the area, please stop by.
Oh, he's a manager now? Well, he moved up pretty fast.
And he's still kind of a bellboy, though.
I know, he's wearing a bellboy outfit. It's, like, weird. Oh my gosh.
Oh, it's you! Phoenix Wright. Oh, yes, Maya's understudy, was he not? I wonder how he's doing. I haven't seen him of late.
Me? Oh, yeah.
Aha, the days of my youth. Like the scent of fresh lemon, you see.
How was your youth days like lemon scent?
I have no idea. Alright, this is officially the longest episode of Face Attorney.
Maybe he cleaned with lemon stuff.
Aha!
Phoenix Wright! Is he an actor? Well, I'm not buying it. You can't be a star with a name like Phoenix. It's on DVDs, and not one of those DVDs that has everything around it. Well, kids these days.
Not bad. That was,
Something.
you'd have to pause that to read all that
Yeah, I have
stuff.
no idea what she just said.
Oh no.
I'm pleased to announce The Pink Princess is a hit. I sure owe Mr. Wright a great deal. Oh, and I gotta keep my face out of public. Wouldn't want to ruin any kid's dreams, you know, of seeing me dressed as a woman.
What?
He's the Steel Princess.
Oh my god.
You never caught that, okay. Alright.
Why did I never catch that one?
I don't know.
Oh, I got a letter from Maya the other day. It sounded like she got caught with a cold or something. I wanted to visit, but didn't have time, so I sent her some stuff. She says she can buy them where she is. What kind of place is she living at anyway?
The boonies of Japan!
Yep, she's up in the boonies.
Although I thought this game took place in America, I don't know. Oh no. You.
Oh my gosh.
Right! Who's that? You want to talk? All right, let's talk about the Pink Princess, but, you know, I snuck into the studio the other day, and I saw her, the one inside the Pink Princess suit.
Oh, never mind.
What a dog! It was kind of like a shock for a boy of my tender age.
So it was Will Powers then?
I'm pretty sure it was.
Oh. Wow.
Mind blown.
Yep. Haha.
Yeah, I remember, right? That lawyer guy, huh, me? Well, I'm in training to become, you know that picture I took of everyone? Well, just behind them, there's a ghost, for real! Now that's telling, I'm gonna be famous.
Right.
What?
So we're gonna literally see every character that we,
Why?
because Kame doesn't like us.
More characters. Oh,
Oh, there we go.
Yay!
Ghost!
it's Mia!
Victory!
Oh, there is a ghost. It's Mia.
Oh, yeah, that was Mia. Thank you, Capcom, for sending the game.
Yeah.
And the
Hold
final
it.
episode has been added. There it is. Oh, there's girls! Yay!
Oh no!
All right, so anyway, guys, that is going to do it for this. Join us next time for the start of episode 5, the bonus material, which is Rise from the Ashes, starring a new Ace Attorney, I believe.
Yay!
Until we meet again, God bless and happy gaming. Thanks for watching, and we hope you guys enjoyed Turnabout. Goodbyes. See ya!
See ya!